The on-air bus tour is a tour we put together this summer. Went through about 18 cities across North America, and it came out of actually when we launched the first alpha of Apollo. We held an Apollo camp here in the San Francisco office. It was really successful. We started getting a lot of input and requests to bring the Apollo camp to other cities across the country and actually across the world. You know, we have to take a bunch of developers with us. We have to take a bunch of hardware and computers and cameras. So what better way to do it than to do it on a bus? The tour kind of builds on itself. Because people come to the first event, they're really excited about it, and then a ton of them go blog about it, right? Then more people hear about it, more people register. The end of the event, you know, all the venues are completely packed, even in the smaller cities. So it's just kind of built up on itself. Everyone who's on the tour, all the evangelists or developers, we all use the technology, really passionate about it. And we just wanted to go out and share that experience, share that knowledge. So it was a lot more kind of casual, down-to-earth atmosphere. We had some maybe non-traditional venues. We were like in old fire station in New York City. You know, basically an environment that we as developers felt comfortable in and would enjoy, and we tried to recreate that environment for all the other developers participating. It's very high value, right? We're in a fairly intimate setting. New developers, when we're talking to them one-on-one a lot, the cost per developer that we reach was actually very low compared to what we traditionally do. The web presence of the event was just as important as the physical presence we had in each of the cities, because this is again where developers who maybe can't attend one of the events in person, they can still be part of it, still learn from it, and still see what's going on. We built some AR applications on the bus. I actually ran on the bus. One of them would take a picture once a minute, geotag it, upload it to Flickr. We had live streaming video, both from the bus and then from all the events. By doing that, we could reach a lot more developers than just the developers we meet in person. All the feedback we got was almost universally positive. Everyone really loved the information. They loved the vibe, and we got a lot of input on that feedback, both through blog posts and talking to developers directly. The hardest part was probably initially when because this type of event was different, the vibe, we're really going for something different, trying to get people to understand both internally and with the contractors. So that was probably the hardest part, just kind of getting everyone on the same page about the vibe, the feeling we're trying to create. We had a lot of help. Yeah. Probably the most important person working on this to contribute this was Elisa Papalicio. She handled a lot of the logistics, a lot of the kind of nitty-gritty details. If I had to give an MVP for the tour, it'd be Elisa. We have a team of evangelists who are developers. They're using the technology, and they're using it because they're passionate about it and they love it. I think that made it actually really easy for us to be successful, because basically we're our target market. If we were going out and talking to business influencers and CEOs, CTOs, this wouldn't be the tour for them, right? Then you may want to be in a nicer hotel and someone in a suit and tie or something. I think that's the key thing. We understand our market, and we did what's right for that market, for those developers.